Hi everyone, this is Jeannie Ellis, also known as Scrapbooking Mamaw. Today begins our August challenge over at the Crafters Castle Challenge blog, and we're sponsored by TaylorMade's Cards for You. I'll put both links in the challenge or description box below for the challenge and her shop. Now this month the prize is going to be called Down on the Farm. I have the Down on the Farm printed out right here, all ready to go to be cut out. And now there are two sizes to this. There's a small and a regular size. So I did the small because I didn't want to do a big journal. So I went ahead and printed out the small. So here are the different pages. I've got page 1 here and then some ephemera. And I've got page 2 with ephemera and some tags, and page 3, and page 4, page 5, page 6, and 7, and I know I'm going through it fast, but page 8, and that's the end of the pages. But then we have recipe cards. This is the regular size that it prints out, but I needed mine to be smaller, so I printed out small here. And then we have some labels. I did the strawberry jam. There's another label, but I decided to go ahead and go with the strawberry jam because of the color. And then we have some pockets. These are called vegetable seeds pockets. And then I have ephemera. This is ephemera 1. And then we have, which has a little pocket there, it looks like too, in here. And then Farmer's Market. This is ephemera 2. And then we have page 1 and page 2. And there was another page, but it was similar to one of the ephemeras that I have in here. So I thought I'd go ahead and do it. And please excuse my nasal sound. Anyway, what I'm going to do is work on a journal, but the first thing I'm going to have to do is cut it out, and then I'll be back to share with you how I'm going to make my journal. Okay, you can see there that I've got my papers cut out, my ephemera, and also I've got this piece here that I'm going to use to make a garden journal or mini album, whichever you want to call it. And this is pretty easy to do. This is not my own design. I'll put a link in the description box for you to follow if you want to learn how to do it. But it's simply taking card bases and gluing them together, the back to the front, and then back to front, and so on. So it's just simple cardstock. Now mine's a little bigger than an A2 size. So, and I just took it and I glued the back to the front of each one. So now what I'm going to need to do is put my covers on, and I'm going to take, this will be my front cover, but I'm going to take and put it aside for a minute because I want to put this piece on because that's what I saw in the video and I really liked it, so I thought I'd try it. And when you do it like this, you're going to have a smooth edge here. You're not going to have these little lines in there from the thickness of your two pieces that you put together. So all you got to do is take these, each one, and adhere them into your album. That's all you got to do. So I've got them all set out in the order that I want. I'm going to glue each one in, and when I'm done gluing them in, I will be back. But let me just do the first one for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Take this out so I don't lose that. I'm taking my Beacon 3-in-1 glue. I'm going to glue all this here. I don't get quite close to the fold in here because I don't want to leak too much through that, but I do want it to get to where it will glue down good. So I've got this side glued. And I like the liquid glue because of the fact that it just is easier to manipulate when you need to. And you might not be able to see this, but I've got it not at the score line, but close to it. I'm going to open this up. Do the same thing. Oops, but take the lid off. That helps, don't you think? I could glue this, or I could glue over here if I want to. Either way is fine. Okay, so there's my front cover without being decorated yet. This is going to be my back cover, so I need to put it over here. Again, I'm going to show you. I'm going to glue on one side. I want to make sure that I get top to bottom good too. You don't want it to be uneven there, so that looks good. This is just so easy and such a nice way to cover the edges of your album. I just love it. Okay, so I'm going to continue gluing those in, and I shall return. Okay, I have all my papers in. The only thing I didn't do was put my cover on, the front and the back. And here, there's the back, but here's where you start. And all my pages are in and glued down. So, and the spine looks pretty good to me, but of course you want to cover that. So before I put the front cover and the back cover on, I want to use this piece as my spine. And this is 1.5 inches by 6 and I think it's 1/4. Yes, 6 1/4. And what you do is, I figured from what I could tell, this is about 1/2 inch. So I scored 1/2 inch in and 1/2 inch on the other side and left a 1/2 inch spot because this was 1.5 inch. So now, let's see, where's my bone folder when I need it? Oh, there it is. So now I'm just going to fold it. Along the score lines. Making sure I don't put it on the wrong side. And I'm going to do a test. And it's a pattern that doesn't matter which direction it goes. So I like to use that for things like that. And it looks like it's going to be perfect, except for that pencil mark I put on there. Not sure how I did that. I think it's a pencil mark. So I'm going to put the spine on, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have got the spine glued on now, and again, what I did, I glued the spine on first, and then I did the one flap and then the other flap. So that was the easiest way for me. Now, as much as I hate to cover this up, I'm going more for this look and not so much of the brighter look. So I'm going to glue the front cover down, and I did have to cut it down a little bit, this piece right here. I did have to cut it down a little bit, which that was okay because it didn't ruin what I wanted on there. So, and I will put links below for this paper. So I'm going to kind of center it a little bit. And I love the way the spine came out. This came out really pretty. Okay, I like that. I really like that. I'm sorry. I had, again, you probably, if you watch my channels, you'll know I had surgery not too long ago, so. So, there's the book. I may just rest in here just to keep the white from showing so much. Now I want to show you something. One of the things that pages have two pockets that are a vegetable pocket. This one's lettuce, and this one is peas. And I want to show you how to fold them. Of course, it comes on the page like this, as you saw. So all you really need to do is fold these inward. Now, I used my rotary tool here, scoring tool, I guess you call it. I'm not really sure. I forget what it's called. But it's got these perforated, that's what it is, perforated edging. And I used that so my fold would be folded easier. So now I like to put the bottom tab on the outside, because if I put it on the inside, usually it's going to catch. For me anyway, it does. So I am going to simply fold these down. Okay, so now I have two of these packet seeds. Okay, now there's another one I want to show you. Set those aside. There were, and I really forget what these are called in there, but what I'm going to do, or attempt to do, is put this inside of this. I just cut them out. And the tabs, I think, to me, they remind me of file folders. So, I think I'll do it this way. I think I'll glue them together this way. Now, I am not going to glue them all the way like this. I am going to see if they'll work. If I glue, I'm going to glue here. And I cut some mat pieces, as you see here. You can't read it probably, but it's 2.5 by 3 3/4 mats. And I may have to come down a little bit once I glue them in, but we'll see. So I'm just going to take and see if this will work. Okay, so before I do any cutting, I'm just going to go ahead and let it dry a little bit. But this is in essence of what I've wanted to do. So I like that. And I'll just trim that around and they'll all be tabbed. This book, we have some seed packets. We have all this ephemera. And I am going to go ahead, like the inside of this, I thought this would be really good right here because it has a planting table. This has that white in there, and I'm going to place this on here. I want to go ahead, now I guess I don't have to, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put some ink on there. Okay, you can see that I've got a lot of things going on here. So rather than talking you through this, I'm just going to decorate it. I have added everything to my book that I want to, for now anyway. I may add to it, add some accents like lace or trim, no lace, but I may add some other elements to it. But for now, I like it the way it is because it's mainly just, it's a journal that you can do some documenting in if you want to, or you can just go ahead and just look at it, you know, and enjoy it. And I've debated about putting something over here because it has this vegetable planting table, which is probably a good thing to have if you like to garden. So I really didn't want to cover this part up here. And this flower, I didn't want to cover it up. And then I added some of these pieces to it, layered on. You can put pictures on there if you want to, and a little note down here what it's about. Then I've got a couple of tags in here with a cucumber packet. And then This one I didn't do anything except add the herbs and the farm tabs to it, or labels to it, because it had this piece here which makes it look like it's already got a pocket in here, so I didn't want to do anything with that. And same thing with this one too. And this, I just liked the way this one looked. I didn't want to do any covering to it. I used quite a bit. I try as I might, I really tried to use everything that I could, the whole thing, but it didn't work that way. So I've got pieces left over to make something else. I may make some cards and put along with this. And then I've got this piece here. I was putting the recipe card on it, and it didn't work quite the way I thought it was going to, so I may do some additional piece here. And then I've got this seed packet right here. I didn't get both seed packets in, and then here I'm debating. I think I can put this in here and it'll look great there. Now, a person wants to utilize this as far as journaling certain foods and plants and things like that. You can make a bunch of these pages like this, lined, and that would look great. Okay, and then I did a little pocket here with these pieces here. You can do whatever you want with them, put pictures, labels, or whatever on them. And then I just decorated that. And then right now we have this blank back. Okay, it's all decorated right now the way I want it. This little booklet thing came out right, but it's really too thick for it. I didn't think about that before I made it up, but still I can use it for something. And so likely you may see this in one of the photographs as either this way or in a pocket or something. So anyway, make sure that you check out the links below, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.